Hi. Hey, Pisces-Aries. Welcome to your Timeless Love Tarot reading. Hold on, let me just make sure this is on the right vibe. Okay, welcome. I hope that this live finds you all well. My name is Gabrielle, for those of you that might be new, and you are tuned in to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs, every new and full moon in every zodiac season, okay? All right, I was called to the root chakra and sent here for you, Pisces Aries. Something about security, safety is kind of circulating in your energy. So we're going to see what that's all about when it comes to love and romance here for you. But first, I'm going to sound my singing bowl 1 to 3 times, depending on how I intuitively feel guided to do. All right, this would be a time here, Pisces Aries, where you'd want to get grounded, offer up whatever gratitude into your space feels right and necessary and needed in this moment. Okay, then we'll get into our pre-channel. And then we'll get into the cards. For those of you that have not been tuning in, maybe, or haven't yet seen any of my other love readings from this past week, we have combined the Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle decks, both versions, okay? I've used both of these individually on my channel and felt guided to combine them to just kind of beef up and add a little bit more energy to our love readings, okay? So I hope that these will serve you well. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, Pisces Aries, let me go ahead and light your incense. Let's get into it. So again, I felt called to do the root chakra incense for you because safety, security feels like it's at the forefront of your energy. Now, whether that is tied into love for you or is maybe affecting your love life, we're going to tune in and see, okay? What do I need to know here, Divine, prior to any card messages for Pisces, Aries? What do I need to know here for Pisces, Aries? Okay, I just heard awakening, so maybe that's what's causing this feeling of not being tethered, not being grounded, not feeling kind of secure in a situation. There maybe are some major shifts that are happening in a connection or a relationship that you're a part of, or maybe just in relationships that are surrounding you that's making you feel a little unstable about connections that you're in, okay? What else? What else do I need to know for this reading for Pisces, Aries, and love and romance? Yeah, I just keep hearing words like stable, stay, still, stop, like this. Hold on, wait a minute, give it a second, let it breathe. Don't take any action just yet. Wait for all the facts, okay? I just heard spiral. So yeah, some of you guys might be, or this could be someone that's connected to you in love and romance, might be spiraling a little bit when it comes to maybe the future or the security of the connection that you have with them. Someone could just be freaking out. Someone could definitely be heavily, in their head about where this is going. Okay, so I'm just kind of hearing it. This could be almost like a conversation that you've maybe recently had or that will come up. Something's going to happen where it's like, okay, let's just really talk about where we're going. What do we want out of this connection, this relationship? because someone's definitely feeling insecure. Okay, someone's definitely dealing with, I just heard like a bout of insecurity. So this might be someone that you've been with for a while here, Pisces Aries, or this could just be new information for you with someone new that you're connecting with. They maybe go through these waves of feeling very, very insecure about you, about your connection, just about people in general. It's almost like they can like trust and they can be good, and then the next moment they don't trust anyone, almost like paranoia almost. Yeah, it's like then they don't trust anyone, they don't believe anything, everything seems to be caving in on them and they kind of freak out. So that could be a thing. You could be dealing with someone who's maybe not diagnosed with paranoia, but tends to kind of go through those cycles here. Whether that's just being skittish from previous connections and previous relationships, and I almost feel like if that's the case, then the conversation's definitely going to be like, you got to address that. Like, you maybe need to go talk to someone or see someone about that. Because now I'm seeing the toxic behavior oracle out of this deck, which is kind of cool because I've been doing these readings clearly for a while. And when I feel like when I'm finally fused in with the deck, I'll start to see the cards in my mind's eye. So that's like the first time that's happened for this particular set of cards, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm seeing the toxic behaviors. It's like yelling. I mean, that could yelling happens, right? But hopefully not too often. But I just feel like there's this pattern that you're either picking up on here, Pisces Aries, okay? Or someone could feel as if you have a pattern in this particular connection of being in and then being out. Very much so, being kind of somewhat seemingly committed to it and then second guessing that commitment altogether. I feel like for a lot of you, that's going to be somebody that you're dealing with. It's like they don't really know what they want. They don't know if they want this connection, or maybe they're afraid of wanting the connection because of something in the past. Yeah, the past has some sort of grip on someone that you're connected to. Or again, we are totally safe to be honest, and this is a judgment-free zone, okay? So if you feel like you're being gripped or you're in the grip of your past and it's kind of haunting you a little bit and it's stopping you from really connecting or really kind of trusting somebody that you have been connecting with that maybe hasn't given you any reason to not trust them, then it's that deep self-work that kind of like has to happen, right? All right. Now, again, I could be talking to your person. You guys know, hopefully by now, place yourself where you feel fit. This is just a general reading, not a one-to-one personal reading. So only take what really connects with you in this moment and leave the rest for someone else. And if this reading does repopulate for you on your news feed or on your timeline feed, there might be messages that come forward that don't connect with you here now in this moment, but might help you later on down the line, okay? Okay, whew. Let's just see what this is, and then we'll get direct energies. We got unexpected news, a love at first sight, attraction, and the first time. Okay. Okay. This is what someone's freaking out about, the unexpected news. Yeah. The news arriving may affect the dynamic of your current relationship or dating life. Allow yourself the space and the time to process this new information. Because it almost feels like there's this tug of war, is how I just heard it. Tug of war between someone's maybe head and heart about what they want to do in a particular connection. There could have been a lot of attraction. It could have felt like love at first sight. This person, or, you know, you could be one of many firsts for this person, like their first real, genuine, true love, or the first real relationship that they've had or that they really committed to. So yeah, maybe they've had boyfriends, girlfriends in the past, partners, whatever, but nothing that they were really kind of like serious about up until now. But there's something unexpected that pops up that then kind of puts all of this in jeopardy, or seemingly. Again, I feel like this is heavy perception. I don't think anything maybe is fully in jeopardy, but it's seemingly so, okay? So someone's definitely having to face their insecurities in a connection, okay? Anything else that we need to know here for Pisces, Aries before we get the direct energies, Divine? No? Okay. Let me scoot a little closer here to y'all. And let's get into this. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me here to Pisces, Aries, cusp energies and Pisces, Aries placements. And my soul tribe that might be tuning in. What direct energies are connected to Pisces, Aries when it comes to love and romance? Direct energies. What messages, what do they need to be aware of when it comes to love and romance in the now moment? Love messages for the now moment. Whoa, what was this? You've got acts of service, okay? Doing something for our partner that we know they would love or need when they're overwhelmed makes it worth the while. Acts of service may be your or your person's love language. So that's what I mean. Someone's either very much so going through something, okay? How that's maybe manifesting might be a little different, right? Because we all show anxiety in different ways. I do feel like for some of you, you would be very maybe shocked to know that this person is dealing with some heavy insecurities or anxieties, because I don't think they show it on their face, or they just don't wear it, right? Others of you, you're hyper aware that your person is like overwhelmed, freaking out. They don't know what to do. So acts of service might be very, very important right now when it comes to this connection, to just let your partner know that you're there for them, that you understand, and that you're holding space for them to process whatever that unexpected news or this change and this shift or whatever has happened, okay? All right. So tell me more here. Love, why does everything want to keep falling down on the ground? Okay, we have being at odds in reverse. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I don't necessarily feel like there's anything that happened where this person can say like, oh, you're doing something or da 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 da. I just think there's just this wave of anxiety or this bout of fear that's found or gripped your person, or maybe gripped you. So being at odds, being in reverse, yeah, you guys aren't beefing right now for any reason. But yeah, it just says it seems that both of you are on different pages at the moment. A conversation, therapy, or time alone may be needed. Don't worry, you two will find your way back to one another. So with this coming out in reverse, maybe I'm describing a situation or an event that's already happened, okay? And maybe you're at this point of finding your way back to one another after somebody kind of had some life changes, things that maybe occurred that they maybe just felt very overwhelmed by and a bit distant from you, or wanted to kind of push you away, or just kind of took a step back from the connection to handle and deal with, okay? So if that's what it is, it's like some of you might even be worrying like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is this person being so different? If this is kind of current and kind of new, you're not at odds. This person's just overwhelmed, okay? They're not hating you. They don't not like you, Pisces, Aries. They're just overwhelmed right now and they're dealing with something, okay? Something that might be clearly very stressful for them, okay? I just want to make sure. Yeah, but attraction. Your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. So again, is someone maybe overwhelmed by the attraction they feel for you? For some of y'all that might be single, this could be how someone's behaving. Just a little strange, a little weird. And it's like, what did I do? What's wrong? Why are they treating me like this? And it's not what you think it is. You're not at odds with this person. This person doesn't not like you. It's the fact that they do like you that kind of has them in their head and freaking out a little bit. Okay. What else? What else here? Way too many. But you got vacation, ghosting, and building a future. Okay. Yeah, it's this ghosting behavior, though. It's somebody definitely has drawn back or taken a step back. And maybe is now coming back saying, let's take a trip, let's travel, let's build a future. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What was all the ghosting about? Like, where did you go? What happened? So this could be somebody that like faded out of your life for a little while and is now coming back like really, really strong. And you're just like, hold on, you can't just like dip. and then come back and think we can just pick up where we left off. What happened? Where were you? What was going on? What was the problem? Okay. Because I think if that is the case and this person maybe ghosted you at one point here, Pisces Aries, I think it made you feel as if, oh, maybe they really didn't like me. You know, maybe I did something, said something wrong. So you might have been carrying a little bit of that. So maybe this reading is to help clear that out of your energy because you're not at odds. Being at odds is in reverse. Okay, tell me more. Love messages for Pisces Aries in this moment. Mirrored souls. Wow. Look at that. Okay. This card signifies that you have met your spiritual other half. This is also confirmation of balanced masculine and feminine energy within oneself. That could be it. Flat out. I do think that someone here was very overwhelmed for what they felt for you here, Pisces Aries, or again, this could be you. We'll let the tarot kind of help clarify that a little bit. But I think it was this recognition of having a spiritual connection with someone that has, yeah, made someone really freaked out here a little bit. It's unsettling. It's unsettling. Whether or not this person actually believed that spiritual connections exist, I would go ahead and say they maybe didn't. They maybe felt like, you know, talk of, oh, soulmates and all of that thing is just kind of woo-woo. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I don't really believe in that. Yet what they feel for you is kind of making them think about it in a different way, bringing them to different conclusions, different answers. Because I'm also getting this level of like, I almost want to say like psychic type of energy with acts of service, meaning they've either never connected with someone who can somehow, some way anticipate their needs in a way, or kind of know what to do without having really to be told necessarily what to do. So something, you're either just hyper tapped into this person, you just kind of know when they need something, when they don't, when they maybe need a little space, when they need a cuddle, when they need a hug, when they need to talk. And it's like you're just that fluidity, that mutable energy in your Piscean vibe, I think is just new for this person. Really, really new. Now, are you a mind reader? No, right? But I do think you can kind of read, or you're very tapped into this person's body language. So it's giving me like Queen of Wands energy, which is actually your court card. The Queen of Wands is Pisces Aries. So yeah, you're reading body language. You can kind of just sense. You just have a sixth sense when it comes to this person. And I think that sixth sense is also coming online for them again, but they're handling it in a very, very different way. Where I kind of feel like you're just like, oh yeah, no, I mean, of course we like each other, we're connected. Clearly we're probably soulmates. And this person's just like, how did you know? Like they're freaking out. It's almost like they feel like they're experiencing paranormal activity, which is what I just heard. It's spooky to them. It's a little spooky. Okay, it's a little spooky. Let's get one more. Thank you so much, Divine. One more message for Pisces Aries in love. Is this one? No, that's way too many. Okay, but let's look at this. Slow down. Yeah, look, come on now. Look at that. Slow down, telepathy, and higher self. Yeah. Okay, so you for sure, and maybe that's even the thing. This person maybe feels like you read their mind. And you're not necessarily doing that. You've just paid attention to this person's patterns and their cues and their body language to the point where, you know, if they kind of wrinkle up their nose that they're thinking about something really hard, or if they start pacing the floor, then, you know, something's happened, and you just kind of fill in and support them in, again, a way that I just don't think that they are used to or that they expected from you. So with this slow down as well, I think that's maybe why this person, if they did ghost in a way here, Pisces Aries, it's just because maybe things were just moving too fast. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this person has maybe had time to really process what a mirrored soul connection is, or kind of really connect with that. So they maybe needed some time to go in with their higher self to just figure that out, right? Yeah, I think something about this connection with you has brought this person closer to their higher self. So now it's like they're awakening. Yeah, they're on some sort of spiritual journey. And it might, yeah, it might kind of suck that they kind of ghosted or kind of pushed you away or maybe took a step back from the connection. But I don't think, again, you're not at odds. I don't think it's because this person doesn't like you anymore or they don't love you or that. I just think they're having to do some shadow work, really. And I think for this to be their first time, maybe is what I'm kind of hearing. It's like they're a newbie, is what I just heard. They're kind of fresh to this whole feeling things that are higher than them, kind of like being pulled up into the higher mind. Like if we want to think about chakras, maybe that's why I lit the root chakra. This person might be really, really steeped in their lower chakras. And so now they're kind of breaking through the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, the crown, and that's all new energy for them. So you could have had some sort of like Kundalini awakening with this person, or you could have activated that in them. Okay, tell me more. One more message. One more message for Pisces, Aries in love and romance for the now moment. Love and romance for Pisces, Aries in the now moment. Thank you. Timing issues. Okay. Okay, so sometimes it can be the right person, but the wrong time. Timing is essential here. Be patient and see what unfolds during this season. So, yeah, wrapping all this up, and you got ready for love at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you've been understandably guarded, scared of being hurt again, but you took the time to heal. Now you're ready to try love again. So that's what I mean. You might have met this person when they were amid a healing cycle, like in the middle of one. So as much as they liked you, as much as they wanted to connect, there were higher things calling them to do particular work within themselves. Definitely their higher self trying to connect with them. So the timing was just off. But I do think that this person finds you to be very kind, okay? I think maybe their love language could also be acts of service. So if there was a question here, Pisces, Aries, of whether or not this person actually liked you, actually cared for you, actually was genuine with you, if they performed any sort of act of service towards you, I would say yes. Yes, they were. Okay, like if they went out of their way to do certain things, to help you, to support you, to just kind of cover your bases in some way, or like have your back in a particular way, I think that for sure means that they did like you, they do care for you, right? So again, being at odds is in reverse. You're not at odds with this person. It's just, I mean, try to put yourself in their shoes, maybe, right? Going through your own spiritual awakening and then meeting a mirrored soul amid all of that, but maybe also being a newbie at it, like never having had that type of awakening or awareness. A lot. Overwhelmed, for sure. Okay. So, yes, right person, but maybe the timing was just a little iffy here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and clarify and get some more messages from the tarot. Thank you so much, Divine. Clarify this energy for Pisces, Aries. Hold on one second. I need to shuffle this. I feel like this person's dream state is really active right now. They could come to you and tell you like, yo, I had a really crazy dream about you, or I saw you in my dreams last night, or I've been dreaming of you. Okay. And like, I think they're coming to you too to try to figure out what it all means. Like, I had a dream of you and we did this and this happened and that happened. What do you think that means? You know what I mean? I do think that this person maybe ghosted you a little bit though. I do. Because again, something in their soul or in their mind said the timing just isn't right. But again, with being at odds coming in reverse, I just feel like there isn't any love lost between you and this person. I don't think, again, I feel like I have to keep reassuring somebody they did not step away, push away, pull away because they don't like you, or, oh, you know, they had their fun and now they're on to the next. That's definitely not the case. They're awakening to the fact that you are a mirrored soul soulmate partner for them. And also maybe having to do some work with their higher self. Okay, so what is important about acts of service here? Temperance. Look at that. Okay, Sagittarius energy. This person might look at you as like an angel in their life, or someone who was sent by the divine to be with them, support them, or connect with them when they maybe truly needed it the most, whether they were in full awareness that they needed your presence, or that your presence was like heavenly sent or something like that. I don't think they connected with it maybe until recently, especially if this kind of ghosting, separation, or just moment of pulling apart already happened. Pisces, Aries. Tell me more about temperance with acts of service. Clarify temperance and acts of service. Death. Yeah, okay. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sagittarius, so another water, fire sign, or water, fire energy. Two major arcanas right out the gate is pretty heavy here, Pisces, Aries. So clearly, yeah, there was a lot of soul activation happening for this person. Or maybe for you, maybe this is you. Maybe you feel like this person came at a time in your life when you needed them most and they're not even aware of it. Okay. Oh, and then you've got the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, Judgment, and the Knight of Cups. This, yeah. Yep. I feel as if, and this Emperor energy is your vibe here with the Aries, okay? I feel like this love came, this connection came at a time, again, I can't make this up, when someone was amid a judgment cycle. So they were very standoffish, maybe a little sharp with their words, right? Or just a little cold, I want to say. Like they grew cold at some point because they were being called in through their soul to kind of let go and do some shadow work with the Eight of Cups so that they can fully embody this Emperor energy. Again, this could also be you. Maybe this is a cycle that you went through when this person arrived in your life or connected with you or kind of showed up out of nowhere, maybe. Especially with the Knight of Swords, it's quick arrival. Yeah, this person could have just seemingly popped out of nowhere. But it was to maybe activate you, especially with temperance and death. Yeah, it was to activate a transformation, a transition, that your soul, it was timing. So although timing issues might be a thing, it is all in divine timing regardless. It was maybe time for this Emperor, and I'll just call it as the Emperor, okay? If it's you, it's you. Take it like that. If it's the other person, take it like that. But it feels like it was time for this person to elevate into their Emperor energy. And in order to do that, they had to have some sort of encounter with their mirrored soul, okay? To be able to see themselves spiritually and then start that shadow process and work through all of that they needed to work through to fully, again, embody their true essence, or again, awaken their masculine energy, regardless of gender. So there was some sort of act of kindness. There was some sort of, I just heard abnormal, like abnormal act of service that triggered all of this to happen. So that could even be your thought. Well, like I was really kind to this person. You know, like I thought, I don't know, something about it. I guess this is how it's coming through. Well, whomever was in the act of service energy did so from a definitely a called space, right? Like their soul, their higher self was like, do this act of service towards this person, this Emperor, right? With temperance and death, right? a lot of spiritual energy here at Pisces, Aries. I'm not surprised. But not knowing, right, that being called to do that act of service was going to catalyze this whole situation of pushing someone in to do some shadow work, to walk away from things that no longer serve them, to let go of emotional energies that are holding them down and back, and maybe even habits and thought patterns and stances and just kind of a guardedness. It was time, judgment with the Knight of Cups. So this love activated all of this. This connection activated all of this. But how it was portrayed, or I guess from the maybe 3D point of view, it might have looked like you did something and then they got really upset and pissed off and ghosted you and just kind of dipped off. So you're like, well, damn, I thought I was, being called by the divine to do something, or I was for sure. You know that for certain, that the divine temperance angel called you to do all of this type of work or to do this act of service. And I just think the response was maybe a little confusing, or the response wasn't necessarily in alignment with what was happening with that person. Okay. So again, I have to keep saying it, being at odds is in reverse. So it could have felt like, oh, well, maybe we weren't on the same page. Maybe I read the cues wrong, or maybe that wasn't what my spirit wanted me to do. Right. So it could have even sent you, if that's your energy here, Pisces Aries, into kind of second guessing. If this was an act of service that was done towards you, then yeah, the person who was in that act of service maybe was a little confused and felt like, oh, I guess Pisces Aries doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I did something wrong. I didn't mean to hurt them. Or maybe that's just, they're kind of trying to figure it out too, is what I will say. Okay. Clarify temperance and death here for this acts of service. And I think that, thank you, Spirit. Before I even turn that card over, I think that's where that psychic energy just came in. It was like, you, if this is you or whomever this temperance death energy is, I don't feel like there was a lot of conversation between you and this person, or just between you both. It's almost from a state of like, how would this temperance Scorpio, I keep saying Scorpio, so it could be Scorp Sag energy, or someone who just has strong Scorpio and Sagittarius placements. How did they know, or how were they that aware of what I needed or where I was at without us actually like having a conversation about it, or like really maybe even knowing each other like that? Like, I just think there was this breakthrough of, yeah, like, yes, soulmates exist. Yes, telepathy is a thing. Like, yes, there is this oversoul energy that we're all tethered to that can communicate and we can talk through. It just kind of sent this person through a lot spiritually. Okay. So that's what it is. It's like, that's why I said the word abnormal. It wouldn't be, like, I think it just came out of the blue, like, or it doesn't make logical sense to this person, or it didn't make logical sense to this person. Okay. Yeah. At the six of Pentacles, that's the true active service energy. What you give is what you receive. It's also a pay it forward type of card for me, right? You go through the four, you take the risk of leaving the Four of Pentacles, you struggle through the Five of Pentacles, you get to the six where you're balanced and you have everything you need, to the point where you can actually support others. Yet, the reason why this person is holding the scale is because that has to be in balance, right? You can't overgive, okay, if you don't have it to give. So maybe that could be a little bit of a lesson for this temperance and death energy person. So maybe they were giving when they maybe didn't even really have it to give, but they felt called to, so they did, because then that's what would push you into the Seven of Pentacles. Well, why isn't my pentacle bush growing? Well, it's because you're giving more, more than you're cultivating away. So you got to find a better balance. And then you figure that out and you get to the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine, and then the 10. Okay, so it was from this space of, they need it. I feel everything with temperance and death, everything in my senses, everything in my soul, everything in my spirit says that this person needs this act of kindness, because that's what I really want to call it. It was like an act of kindness. They need some sort of support, and it just was there, and it happened, and it was given. But I just think how it landed maybe just didn't go the way, in a way that would signify that it was received well. Like, I just think the response read, oh shit, I got fucked up, or I shouldn't have did that, right? Like, someone might be a little nervous, like, oh God, you know what I mean? Why did you tell me to do that? Because I do feel like with temperance and death, this person is definitely spiritually led or led by the soul here. Okay. All right, let me Go this over. Clarify the energy between acts of service and being at odds in reverse for Pisces Aries. Thank you. Yeah, come on now. Come on now, acts of kindness, right? The Six of Cups. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Whatever that act of service was, activated somebody. Activated them. And what was activated was this mirrored soul recognition. Soul recognition is the Six of Cups for me as a reader. Because it's nostalgia, it's remembrance. This doesn't have to be remembered in this lifetime. This could have activated a past life between you and this person. And it's like, why are you so familiar and I don't even know you in this life, but I feel like I've known you forever? Or I feel like we have history when we truly don't have history. Ten of Cups, bottom of the deck. Okay. So tell me more about why being at odds is in reverse here for Pisces, Aries, Divine. Why is being at odds? Ten of Cups. That's what I mean. It's all good. Like, I don't think there's any love lost. There's no disappointment. There's none of that. None of that at all. It's the Ten of Cups. There's balance. There's harmony. There's acceptance. There's an embrace. An understanding emotionally, I think, more importantly, here with the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you are the way, but the Seven of Swords. Okay, so let's... I almost wanted to say let's degrease this. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are cooking. I'm going to go ahead and put this upright just so that we can read it, or you guys can read it, but we know it was in reverse, right? Okay. You Are the Way is a hybrid card for me in this particular Modern Way Tarot. It's one of two special cards that is a combination between the High Priestess and the Star card. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Someone definitely got in their head. That's what I mean. They started to overthink it and felt like they were being deceived. There's no way that this, I almost wanted to say stranger. There's no way that this stranger can be operating in this Ten of Cups with me, or kind of be so balanced with me, or be in such harmony with me. Like, it has to be a joke. It has to be a fluke. It has to be a lie. I have to be being deceived. I also feel like everything in this person's soul said, your mirrored souls recognize each other, but I don't think that this person, again, was in tune enough with themselves, hence why they maybe had to go ghost and figure all of that out, to recognize that that's what was happening, or to even really trust what their higher self was telling them. So they felt deceived by their own intuition, or they weren't trusting what their intuition and their soul was saying about this connection. Okay. And also, I almost want to say, fair to say that this person could have had this, what they thought was a Ten of Cups feeling with other people, just for them to be deceived, and just for these people to not really care about them, or like it all to kind of come out that it was some sort of deception. So then imagine, okay, here comes a person that I don't really know giving me that same feeling. Of course, they're going to do the same thing. So this person was, I don't want to say a victim to their pattern, but definitely guarded and definitely a little jaded when it comes to relationships, happiness, and just that overall connecting feeling. Like, every time I really think I'm connecting with someone, it always ends in disappointment or lies or some sort of deception, or that person really wasn't who they said they were. So now that's a red flag for me type of vibe. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Strength card, and the Chariot. Let's talk about this right quick. Yeah, I definitely feel like whoever kind of flipped out, yeah, whoever got triggered by all of this, had to clearly, yeah, go within. They were definitely called to go within. The Hermit does connect to the Star card that's somewhat out here with this special card. With Strength and the Chariot, they had to go face their fears. I think with the Five of Pentacles, it's almost like a fear of being abandoned, a fear of being left out, a fear of being the only one that doesn't know that something's happening, or just kind of, I think this person has just had a really hard time finding people to trust. Like, people have maybe left this person out to dry several times. Every time they think they have a connection, every time they think they have someone that they can trust, it shows and proves that they can't. And it's made them really jaded towards people, jaded towards love, hurt, really. It's a lot of hurt here. A lot of hurt, a lot of fear of being hurt as well. But what I love is that the Hermit, the Strength, and the Chariot, beautiful major arcana flow through here, is that they've done the soul work. They've gotten in tune with their star player, okay? They have found the strength to kind of tame their fears and not let their fears make decisions for them. And then they found their balance. So where this person was maybe afraid of their shadow, afraid to face the hurt, they are now moving forward, right, with the shadow and the light in balance. You need both. You cannot pull the chariot with just the light, and you cannot pull the chariot with just the shadow and the dark. You have to have both. So if anything, again, this was very catalytic for this person to get in alignment, to get on their destined path, to kind of find this sense of, I keep hearing the word trust, this sense of trust. Okay. Hi, BBGG. Thanks for being here, love. Had a dream about them last night and I could feel them. Yeah. All right. Definitely you're in connection with this, BB. Thank you. They've definitely ghosted. Okay. So we'll get a little deeper into that, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. Tell me more about this being at odds energy. Hold on, I gotta shuffle again. Tell me more about this being at odds energy and in connection with mirrored souls. Magician. Okay. Sorry, guys. If you hear some like singing in the background, my neighbors are having a little get together, and she's brought out her microphone and her amplifiers, and she's been just rolling through the hits, okay, for the past like 4 hours. Having a good old time living her best life. So you might hear her in the background, okay. Let's just go through this. The Magician, yeah. I almost want to feel and want to say that this Magician energy is a bit illusionary. And that's why, again, being at odds was in reverse. You're not at odds with this person, right? It's the 10 of Cups. But I think it was the illusion that was casted. It's what their actions showed you, Pisces-Aries, or again, maybe what your actions showed this person. That something just, I almost want to say it was like tricky, or they just felt like they were being tricked, or they were being deceived, or someone was playing games with them, right? Or you were playing games with them, and it was just like, it's almost like, here I go with the Scooby-Doo references. It's almost like this person felt like eventually you would have to take your mask off. Like there's no way that you could be this temperance angel, this conqueror of death, right? Like so in tune with spirit. Like there's just no way. This has to change. Like you can't, it's a facade. Someone maybe just thought the other person was going through a facade or presenting a false self when they weren't. I really don't think they were. So let's get specific around who this mirrored soul is, okay? Who is this mirrored soul? The world. So he could be dealing with a fixed energy, which would make total sense. Because if this fixed energy is like, this is how things work, this is how the world works, this is what it is, logic, right? Or this is what I believe. Oh, you better understand that having them actually change that belief is a very, very slow process, if it happens at all. Okay? The epitome of stubborn. All right, we've got Aquarius, we've got Scorpio, we've got Taurus, we've got Leo. All energies that have been present here, okay? Tell me more about this mirrored soul connection here for Pisces Aries with the world. Clarify the world. Get King of Cups. Okay, which is Aquarius Pisces, so that could be you. And we've got the Devil energy, which could be Capricorn, could be Libra, could be Taurus. I think here's what I'll say, Pisces Aries, something about the feeling, something about the connection mirrored or resembled or felt like something that was very toxic from this person's past. But that is quite the trick of the devil, isn't it? They will absolutely send you a decoy. So this person definitely dealt with a decoy to make it harder for them to really discern and decipher what is truly of light and what is truly of darkness, what's truly meant for them and what's not. So something about the connection, something about what was said, what was done, or whatever has happened between you and this person triggered this feeling and this fear of repeating an old love cycle. It felt too familiar, Six of Cups. And rather than them connecting or understanding that the familiarity is the fact that you are soulmates and you've maybe had many lifetimes or maybe one significant lifetime together, it triggered the fear of, oh shit, here comes another fucking karmic cycle. I don't want to do this. Absolutely not. Throw it away. Like, get away. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, they had an adverse response to it because they hadn't faced their fear. Hermit keeps coming out. So trust and believe that this person has ghosted. They are doing a lot of spiritual work right now, because had they faced their fears prior to all of this, they would have been able to discern the light and the dark. But when you're running from the dark, you're not going to really, it's going to haunt you. It's going to haunt you. Yeah, there's something that reminded them of a very, very toxic love cycle that they've already been through, and they were not about to go through it again. So that's what I mean. Someone was very skittish, paranoid, just like, oh God, is this going to be another one? Oh God, I don't want to do it. So it's really, really, really tricky. Yeah, there's the Nine of Wands. Really, really tricky. It's very difficult. Imagine, right? Like the healthy love that comes after a very toxic one. The patient temperance angel that someone has to have with someone who's coming out of a toxic love cycle, love pattern. Because every little thing is going to be a red flag. Every seemingly good thing, right? Or what is truly good is going to feel really bad, or feel strange, or feel abnormal. That's not right. I'm used to this. So that must mean that this isn't good, when the whole time what they're used to has been what's toxic for them. So again, they're going through a lot of awareness training. Okay, they're gaining a lot. Okay, trust and believe that. So clarify this energy between mirrored souls and timing issues. For Pisces, Aries, there you go. There you go. Five of Pentacles. Ooh. And the Four of Wands. Sometimes it can be the right person, but the wrong time. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like I keep trying to stay into the channel, but then I hear her like belting her life away and it pulls me out. Okay. Clarify this Four of Wands. So this is what I'm trying to say. Be patient, temperance, and see what unfolds during this season. Death and the Six of Pentacles. This person is going through an ego healing, an ego transformation, a spiritual awakening. And what I'll say, Pisces, Aries, if you're on the opposite end of this and this is your person, this is something that they have to do the hermit style, through hermit energy, meaning it has to be them on that mountain with that lantern. It can't be you and them on the mountain with the lantern, because they have to come to their own awareness in the way that the divine has prepared for them to. If you're trying to tag along during their spiritual journey, you're going to be giving insight and input, and they're going to be then dependent on you to seek and find God. And that is not what I think you truly want and what is really in alignment for you, okay? If you're cross-watching for a Pisces Aries and that feels like you, take that message, okay? But the Four of Wands is here. This is absolutely a mirrored soul. You have a soul contract with this person when it comes to romance and love. You do. 100%. Right person, just wrong time. And I know that that sucks. It does. But again, it does not mean that whatever this separation is permanent. Because even just like being at odds, or what was that card that came out? Coming back together again. You'll find your way back. You will, especially with the Four of Wands. You absolutely will, because whatever the energy is between your two wands and their two wands, your path. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the first time I've ever really kind of connected like that with the Four of Wands. This is a signifier that your paths are meant to cross. Your paths are connected, meaning when you're in the Two of Wands, you're trying to forge a new path. They're in the Two of Wands trying to forge a new path. Two wands connected together by this wreath means that your paths are meant to cross. You're meant to align at some point in this lifetime. Okay? So clarify the Four of Wands with timing issues. You see the High Priestess flipping out here. Come on now. You know. You know. High Priestess is Libra Scorpio energy for me as a reader. Okay? Four of Wands is Aries energy. Mars energy. You know. You know that this is the right person for you, or that there is this potential, I'll say. Or there is a timeline. That's what I really want to feel. And kind of what I'm sensing. There is a timeline for you and this person. So the whole be patient and see what unfolds during this season. Be patient. Trust what you know. Don't second guess yourself just because this person is second guessing themselves. If you feel that Four of Wands, feel it. Don't force it, but feel it. Okay? Clarify the Four of Wands and the High Priestess for timing issues. Yeah. Like I said, you're going to move out of this cycle. Like, this is temporary. Eight of Wands. It's temporary. Things will move swifter and quicker when you stand in your knowledge of what your higher self is saying. Waiting for this person to confirm or acknowledge what your higher self is already confirming and acknowledging for you is going to keep you stagnant. So it tells me that, yeah, the timing will happen. The timing will be right. I just think for some of you guys, you just maybe stepped into the awareness sooner than this person did. Or were more comfortable with that level of awareness because you've been doing work with your High Priestess than this person was, because they've been hanging out with this energy. They've been trapped in fear, not knowing that they have the power to manifest what they want. They have the power to get out. And like I'll always say with the Devil card, the chains around their necks are not tight. It's the illusion that they're still tethered to this post. It's the illusion that they're obligated and they're chained to something. They have all the strength, all the tools to break free from that chain. All they got to do is lift it off their neck. That's it. And it'll go away. It'll fall off. You see what I'm saying? So it's, the Devil is a reminder, and here comes the Hermit again, the reminder to step into their power. Or this is for you, Pisces Aries, your power. So they got to do that mountain time. They got to sit on that mountain with that lantern and figure it out for themselves. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Pentacles. There will be an extended reading here, Pisces Aries. that will be live on Patreon as soon as we end this particular reading. If you're interested in that, once we clarify these 3 in-between energies, there you are showing up here. But once we clarify these 3 in-between energies, I will pull more from the bottom of the deck to kind of get a sense of an outcome energy for this situation, like what you can expect here to come in the future. Or what's in the ether, in the energy now, what options are available, because we all have free will and time and energy and everything shifts quite rapidly. Then we will look into the sacred geometry of relationships oracle to really understand a little bit more of this mirrored soul dynamic that you have with this person. And then we will pull some love notes from an oracle deck that I created to see where this person's head and heart is at when it comes to the connection with you and what they want you to know about how they feel. Okay, so all of that will be in the extended. Again, it'll be a live reading just like this one, but just posted on Patreon. So if you want to join me there, the link is in the description box below. Or if you're already on Patreon and subscribe to other creators, you can just search Cusp of Roses and find me that way. All right. Hope to see you guys over there, but let's go ahead and get these clarifiers. What is the 6 of Cups about? Clarify the 6 of Cups for Pisces Aries. I think I just saw Justice. I think I just saw the Justice card wanting to flip out here, and the King of Pentacles just zoomed. Yeah. Which would say I think this person, if you're not the King of Pentacles, I think this person has a lot to give. A lot of goodness. A lot of goodness to give. A lot of valuable things to give. And not monetarily. No. This feels like a lot of wisdom, especially with the Hermit that keeps popping out. That's that energy of stability, stable, security, right? Things that are hyper important to a King of Pentacles. Taurus energy, one of the fixed signs on the wheel, right? I think what is occurring is this person is finding a deeper sense of security in the mirrored soul soulmate bond, deeper understanding of what a soulmate is and what it really feels like. And maybe even just trying to find a little bit more confidence with it. Yeah, the 9 of Cups. Someone's definitely coming into the awareness that this mirrored soul connection is a wish fulfillment. Is something that they do want and have been desiring, but their fears have gotten in the way. The fear of sharing their heart, the King of Cups. So we did see the Emperor. All right, so this person is maybe having to reshuffle their king energies. Rebrush them up, kind of shine off definitely their King of Cups energy, polish up their King of Pentacles a little bit to feel that sense of security and safety within themselves. Root chakra, right? So clarify the Magician. Why is the Magician here? Thank you. Yeah, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. Oy. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. That's what I mean. I think that this person felt like the connection was a distraction from what they had been working on or whatever they were pouring their energy into with the King of Pentacles and now the 8 of Pentacles coming out. This could have been career, which I honestly, at the root of it, is an excuse. It's just an excuse or a way to say, like, I'm a little too afraid. I'm too afraid to focus on this right now, so I'm just going to say timing. It's not the right time. So focused on my career, just so tunneled in, which could be valid, but still, okay? I think that was just a roundabout way of them avoiding what they feared most, which was being vulnerable. King of Cups. Actually trusting what they felt. So they poured themselves into work and was like, I can't be distracted right now. So whether they even said that, which for those of you where the ghosting is a reality or like that was a real thing, that's definitely poor judgment on their end, okay? Communication is key unless it isn't warranted, depending on the situation, okay? Because sometimes you gotta just ice people out like that. I'm a firm believer in that. Not everything has to be said. You know what you did. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that that was a situation here, Pisces, Aries. I do feel like it would have been maybe beneficial for this person to just say that. But how do you say that to somebody who is seemingly acting out of service and acting out of kindness towards you, that, oh, I think your kindness is a trick? No one really wants to say that, right? So it's easier to just kind of ghost and pull off than to say, I don't really trust it, or I don't really trust you, or I don't trust that you care the way that you say you do, or I don't trust the feeling that I have when I'm with you. Who's just really going to outright and say that? Okay. Five of Pentacles. Clarify this Five of Pentacles energy. Knight of Swords. So we got the Knight of Swords out again. Yeah. Again, when I tell you that this person was so shrouded in fear, so shrouded in fear. Knight of Swords is like your mind, your thoughts racing, your thoughts getting the best of you, your mind getting the best of you, thinking that they were going to be abandoned eventually. Like, again, I really do feel like this is a case, Pisces, Aries, where everything that you displayed, everything that you showed mirrored something very toxic that they went through. Although you were maybe coming from a very pure and maybe innocent space with the Six of Cups here, the fact that they hadn't done this work or this healing around their fears, it just screamed red flag, which is really just to get them to face what happened to them in the past. Okay, so again, being at odds in reverse, it's not you, my loves. It wasn't, you're not at odds with this person. It's not like that. They're really, truly, if I will say, they're more or less at odds with themselves. And that's what you're seeing, and that's how they acted, and that's why they acted. Yeah, Seven of Cups. They're at odds with themselves. They don't really know. This is bringing them back. Here's that dreamy energy. It's Scorpio energy. But it's bringing them back to, okay, why do I feel this way? Or it feels almost as if they're recycling through some old cups, which they weren't. Okay. But in their perception and their mind, that's what was happening. All right, so we'll look beyond this Seven of Cups energy in the extended reading. Again, you can follow that link into my Patreon in my description box below. Once that extended reading live is done, I will post the direct link here because I've done about, I think this is my 12th round of extended love readings. So whenever you come back to this reading in this video, you can just kind of go straight to that extended reading on Patreon if you do become a member. And if maybe you want to be a member later on, or, you know, you feel called to join, it's there for you. Okay, so that will be in the comments down below very soon. But this has been your Love Tarot reading, Pisces, Aries. I hope you found it helpful and insightful, maybe filled with some confirmation around what you got going on and what's to come here for you. Let me know what you resonated with, what you connected with in the comments down below. I love to hear that from you. I enjoy connecting with you guys and hearing your kind of spiel and your perspective and just how this all connects for you and your situation there. So I hope to talk to you soon in the comments. If you're not interested in any of the content or extra readings that I do on Patreon, I do have membership tiers here on YouTube. One is just a general support tier, and then the other gives you a weekly oracle message reading, kind of healing meditation process every single Sunday. So I've already posted that for this Sunday for the next 7 days. Okay, so if you're interested in that, you can join me here on YouTube as well. You might just want to log on from a desktop if you're not already and just hit that join button next to subscribe. Okay. But Pisces, Aries, thank you so much. Thank you, BBGG, for being here as well. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, love. Yeah, that had to be hard to hear. That had to be hard to hear, okay? But I hope that this gave you some clarity around what was really happening with them. Okay, and again, being at odds was in reverse, so it's not you that they're really at odds with, it's themselves. All right, so don't take it to heart anymore. Hopefully that can free up your heart space and your energy. Sending you so much love, BB. Thank you for being here and showing love in the chat, and I'll see everyone else in our next one. All right, namaste.